Cruise that boy up on that nag. You're going to have some haters. You're going to have to watch out for these haters because they coming. He's going to stay in the big house? Yeah, nigga, because you tapped in and you turned on and you on your horse and you riding supreme. You riding with your head up. You above the fray. You feel me? You're looking past all the illusionary tricks and all the distractions. The haters are coming. So you got to stay steadfast on your horse and stay the course. Because these haters are essentially trying to knock you off that horse. What's my man's name? What's my man's name? Samuel Jackson played in this thing. What's his name, y'all? Come on, put it in the chat. I forgot. God damn. What's his name, y'all? God damn. Who's that young boy on that nag? That nigga went to Candy and said, he gonna stay in the big house? Remember when at the end, he seen his girl, he found out the girl was there for him. That boy looked with them sharp eyes like, ooh, I got you. I can't wait to hate. I can't wait to hate. I can't wait to hate. He was gonna tell, boy. Hell no. You're gonna have him at your job, for a fact, at your job. Your family members, yes, they come in because you're doing something different. I'm just telling you what it is. I went through the experience. Them boys is coming for your head. You don't think these haters ain't gonna come? They coming. They trying to knock you off that horse. See, when you're in your courage state, boys don't like to see that. Boys don't like to see boys winning. Boys is like, why does he get to be on the horse? Steven, that's the name. Thank you, Falcon Mac. Steven. So, it's important to understand that particular energy and to rid yourself of these low vibrational people that doesn't serve your greater good. Because you're coming to save the princess, to save your queen, and ride off in the sunset. The only way you're going to do that is with courage, with Heru, with strength. And that's what Jamie Foxx or Django Unchained represent in that movie Django Unchained, as he was riding on his horse. So another aspect of Django Unchained is Shango. Basically, the story was about Shango. I did a decode on it back in the day when Django first came out or whatever. And essentially, Django is Shango. And Shango is just a Yoruba deity, right? And we're talking about invoking entities. Don't worry, you know how Dream get. Hey, I ain't gonna stir you wrong, baby. I'm coming for you to be your best version of yourself. Django or Shango is a powerful entity that you want to invoke just based off of the energy of courage, strength, Heru, right? A warrior spirit. He's going to come to protect the day and move in a particular way of masculine energy, divine masculine energy, virality, strength, head up, taking on the challenge. What's up? Facing or beating the enemy up and understanding that the enemy is just you. Because the minute you focus on an external enemy, now you're giving him attention or her attention or it attention that doesn't serve anything that you got going on. So you got to fall into your Shango energy, right? And Shango is a major deity in the Yoruba religion of southwestern Nigeria and is also known as Shango or Shango in Latin America. He is a spirit or Orisha who represents thunder, lightning, fire. Yes, we're in the year of fire. Y'all see me, 2025 in the fire horse. Justice, dance, and virality. He was known for his strength, courage, and leadership skills, which earned him the respect and admiration of his people. So you don't got to worry about the people thing coming. That's going to come. But you just got to understand that as you're walking in this 2026 energy, you have to just do your courageous thing, and then people will come, right? In the form of cheering you on or, showing admiration for just who you are. based off of your energy change. You're more of a high vibrational person, right? And you're in spirit or inspiration, and the inspiration just moves you to have a conversation with this particular person, go to this particular event, do this particular thing that you were afraid to do, right? Take that class, try this new exercise routine. All of this stuff is going to be important energy that you invoke in 2026. So I want the family to understand that to the core. Like, this is going to help serve you when you invoke Shango. So different ways to invoke Shango. You can get you an axe, right? Definitely get you an axe. Work out. Working out is very, very important with Shango. Wear red, you feel me? And there's different beads that you can get. Also get the book, Ancient Deities, the Ancient Deities book that we always talk about. On and on and on and on. Where'd all my books go? Man, I got so many books. I got books covered over books. God dang. But any ancient deities that give you the energies of these gods is going to be a winner.
Message.
So y'all understand that? That's Shango. That's you unchained. You're on that horse. Who's that thing on that nag? The haters are going to come, right? And that's a big thing for us to understand, that this is your year to shine. This is your year to do you, but it's going to take some courage. It's going to take you being in your leadership role, leading yourself and riding your horse off into the sunset. Here go another movie, Spirit, the kids movie. Yeah, you've seen it with your kids. Yeah, and Spirit follows the adventure of a wild and rambunctious Mustang stallion, as he journeys through the untamed American frontier. That's you, family. Encountering man for the first time, Spirit defies being broken, even as he develops a remarkable friendship with a young Lakota brave. The courageous young stallion also finds love with a beautiful paint mar named Rain. That love thing is going to probably sneak up on you a little bit as well, too, 2026. Uh-oh. See, look, when we're talking about spirit, and we understand that the horse is a huge spiritual symbol for all of us, especially when you're dealing with the unicorn or the pineal gland, right? Or the unicorn, this invisible or infamous animal that's mystique and mysterious. You're talking about something higher. You're talking about something strange. You're talking about moving into a new reality based off of, you know what I'm saying, you leading with your spirit, or you moving with spirit first. You feel me? So this is a very good movie to watch during this time, and just understand that horse energy is all over this thing. Speaking about stallions, though, here go another stallion who found some love. Now listen, lover or hater, right? And let me play that Bobby video again, so y'all can't get mad at the energy showing naked ass. See, I just deal with the symbols. I don't deal with, you know what I'm saying, the personality or the person. I deal with the symbol. So your strife against a person means you're human. You have to look past whatever struggles or whatever energy you're putting up, because you know you're a Tory Lanez fan. Ha, y'all boy, right? That's not spiritual, family. We're looking at the symbol. See, because you might miss your symbol because you're like, oh, I don't really like that person. And now all of a sudden, spirit gave you a whole play and you missed the idea that was really happening. And you know what I'm saying? We just got to be honest and see that Meg the Stallion, her name is Stallion, right? Which is a horse, thoroughbred, right? And she found love this year in Clay Thompson. And that nigga Clay looks so happy, boy. You see that face, boy? You're like, damn, I done did my big one. God damn.
New love life, the conversation, the connection, the chemistry. A love and relationship interactive experience. February 14th, 2 to 6 p.m., Houston, Texas. For singles and couples ready to deepen how they love.
Sometimes transformation doesn't come from being alone. It comes from meeting the right people, the ones who reflect you back to yourself and remind you who you're becoming. Join us for a love and relationship interactive experience, February 14th.
I want the family to understand this to the core, right? Like, this is our year to shine. This is going to take us to another level of this reality that we want to see for ourselves. but it's up to you to put in the work first, right? If we're talking about Heru, the Horus, we're talking about you finding the time to say, you know what, every day at 5:30 in the morning, I'm gonna wake up because I gotta go to work at 7. So every day at 5:30 in the morning, I'm setting my alarm, I'm going into my magic room, and I'm gonna get it in before I go to this job. I used to work at this job, at that PE job when I was a PE teacher, and I practiced visualization before I went into the school every day because, you know, I had such a grouch energy, such a negative energy, a low vibrational energy, just because I didn't want to be there. And I seen myself doing more, right? And I was just tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. But I had to understand that I had to grow into a learning process of why my particular body is there at that moment. So every day before I went into the job, I visualized myself having a great, powerful day. I sat in my car, and for 5 minutes, I just visualized myself before I went in there and seen myself having a powerful day. Now, that doesn't mean the distraction wasn't coming on, or like people were going to just say, like coworkers or whatever, was going to say low vibrational things. The kids were going to piss me off or whatever. No, that doesn't mean that. It means my energy shifted into I don't feel it.
Message.
And in me not feeling it, pay it no mind, it rolls off my shoulder. Shake them haters off. Shake them haters off. Shake them haters off. Shake them haters off. Yeah, that's for my 80s babies. All y'all 2000 babies. It's crazy. I can't believe y'all 25. 2025. That's cool. 26 or maybe 26. Some of y'all got there. Born in the 2000s. Now y'all 25. God damn, it's going down. So I want the family to understand that. And we're reading this book in the Patreon, and we're diving deep into the fold in this book because essentially we're getting our energy right for 2026 and beyond. We're holding each other accountable and staying focused on the mission at hand. Spirit has to be first in your life, because without spirit, there's no inspiration and there's no motion.
Message.
So that's important, family. And here goes 3 things that are must do in 2026. Must do's in 2026. These are must do's in 2026. You must, so after you do your spiritual work, you must have a particular system that you're doing, not a goal, but a system. The system is something that's going to hold you accountable every hour on the hour. They're putting you in systems at your job. You got to understand that the system is bigger than a goal. A goal is going to come and go. You're going to hit the goal if you have a system. So what time do you wake up? What time do you start your spiritual work? What time do you exercise? Right? What time are you putting in your purpose-driven work based off of this is what you want to see yourself do? So every day, not feeling nothing, right? I got a system of getting up, doing my spiritual work, going to the gym. This is every day. Being on YouTube at 9:30, right? Or being in some kind of content creation at 9:30, whether that be YouTube or Patreon, right? And then carrying out my mission every day, so on and so forth. So every day at 9:30, y'all might can see me on YouTube, or you might get to see me on Patreon, right? That's a fact. So now I'm carrying out a particular system, and my body is just acclimated to the system. I'm not sporadically doing stuff, right? I'm moving with the system. After this, I take my packages to the post office, right? So it's a whole system throughout the day, and it's the same thing every day, unless it's like a sporadic day where it's a holiday or something. But even that day, it's still systematized for me to win.
Message.
So I want you to think about your system deeply, right? I know today is the first Monday of the year, or the 2026, and we want to fall into a space of finding a way to have an addictive nature in our system. There was a time when I was at that PE job, and I would come home every Friday. It was like clockwork. It didn't matter. It was every Friday. I would stop at that liquor store. Stop right at that liquor store in the hood. Grab me a bottle, and I would drink myself into a stupor the whole weekend. It's football is Sunday, right? Friday, I'm going out, right? Saturday, I'm turning up. This is before D-Ray and stuff. And that was my whole routine. You feel me? And that's how I ended up falling into that same fold or mode of hitting them low vibrational chicks that didn't serve my greater good. Because I wanted more out of life. I didn't want to stay in these hood apartments for the rest of my life, fucking these hood chicks for the rest of my life, because I'm claiming myself or my energy as a hood nigga. Hell nah, I cannot go.
Sorry about you.
So if you want more, you got to do more. You got to challenge yourself in that aspect of power, powering up your system. And here it is right here. It tells us straight out. 2026, hidden meanings of the fire horse. The fire horse is not a quiet energy. It rewards courage, truth, and movement. Courage, truth, and movement. This is the year to stop waiting for permission. You're not waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. You're doing because you know what to do. You know what to do and you know how to move. Choose freedom over fear. Choose freedom over fear. When you run into the fear, you're going to have freedom. So run into it, right? That's the It movie, the clowns. That's the Demigorgon. That's the Demiurge, all of the Vecnas and all of that stuff. You can defeat the fear by running to it, facing the fear. Act on what you already know. Act on what you already know. Move with authority, move with courage, move with power. Fire horse years don't support half decisions. They amplify intention and expose stagnation.
Message.
This is important, family. I just want the family to understand this to the core. This is very, very important because, again, you're not going to like to do certain things, but that's your old self fighting you. That's the real enemy. That ego, that old self is trying to fight you to stay comfortable, to say the same. It's going to hurt. I'm just telling you the truth. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy every day, right? Some days you're just going to have to say, you know what? I'm getting up and I'm just putting my body in it. There's some days I go to the gym, I do 2 exercises and I leave. Because again, as long as I place my body in that position, now I'm in motion and okay, I'll live to fight another day. Today, my energy wasn't right. Let me see if I can do something. All right, let me get up out of here. So we got to understand that to the core. Like, it's not going to be pretty. Your meditation ain't going to be pretty every day. This is not a perfectionism thing. This is about you putting yourself in the place. Repetition is key. Repetition is gold. Repetition is God.
Message.
And in order to get into your gold, into your God, you're going to have to consistently, repetitiously put yourself in these cycles every day. It says, how to get the most out of your fire horse year. Trust your inner instincts and act on it. Act. Don't see, that's an important part of this thing. The acting part, right? Boom. You know you're supposed to be at a certain event. Don't think, act and move. Because again, it's putting you in a position to win because your instincts, your intuition is saying, that's it. I put myself in that position, bet.